Hey, what is going on, guys? Violent here with GRIZZ Zombies. Today we're going to be taking a look at the patch that just went down. It's 1.10. All the notes will be in the description box below if you are interested in checking those out for yourself. But I'm going to go through it. We're going to start with the general stuff, then we're going to work through each map, because that's how they separate it in the patch notes that we got. And as I said, in the description box below, you can check it out for yourself if you want to see everything I'm covering today. But a lot was changed, a lot of general things, and then within each map, certain things were addressed. So we'll talk about the general things first. Resolved a bug that prevented public matches from posting to the map leaderboards. Players are now able to earn weapon XP on permanent unlocked weapons. Apparently you weren't able to do that before. Resolved a bug that blocked players from being able to purchase a fourth perk after being revived by Phoenix Up Gobblegum. That sucks. The music tracks featured here now functions in the zombie menus. So there was a music track feature that we never had that we have now. I'll have to check that out. Fixed a bug that blocked the players from earning weapon XP when using the Bowie knife. The On the House Gobblegum is now capable of rewarding any perk found within the current map. There must have been a bug that did something that wasn't according to what it's saying there. Fixed the stability issue using the skip forward functionality in theater mode. Theater mode's been looked at. It's fixed. I don't know if it's fully fixed, but the skip forward, if you're skipping forward, it's not going to black you out anymore, so that's good. I complained a lot on Twitter about that. Added various stability fixes for host migration. That's good. Hopefully we don't get kicked out of lobbies as much anymore. The danger closest now protects any player against elemental zombies. Okay, so danger closest is the Gobblegum that does explosive damage, and it now protects you against the elemental zombies as well. Those fire zombies when they come up to you and blow up, or the electricity ones that shock you. Address the loss of functionality that occurs when players acquire and activate a Gobblegum simultaneously. Loss of functionality. So if I pop a Gobblegum and one of my friends pops one at the same time, apparently there was some addressed issue there. Address another issue where Widow's Wine perk persists after being revived. Address an issue with the Widow's Wine perk persisting after being revived. So you would still have Widow's Wine after you were revived. Well, if you're on Zetsubu no Shima, you can just go grab it after you go down. So there's always that. Fixed a consistency issue with players' identification colors after a player leaves the game. So the colors were messed up, and they fixed that when a player leaves the game. Resolved several player anime bugs with reviving and reloading. It says anima bugs. I just think it says animation, but I don't know. It's not important. Fixed several UI bugs in the zombie menus, so the menu's a little smoother. Alright, so let's move on to Zetsubu no Shima. Then we're going to do Rise and Drac, then The Giant, and then Shadows of Evil. So Zetsubu no Shima does have a few things that were addressed. There was an exploit where players were invulnerable when they dropped the lab cage on another player. That's been fixed. Fixed an issue where the spores would permanently stay on the screen. Address an issue where zombies would become invincible. Fix an issue where players would break progression during the Takio boss fight. There's some glitch there. Balance door barricade costs when playing solo. Fix an issue causing the KT-4 Masamune to consume double the ammo when performing a 3-charge shot. So if you ever shot more than one set of 3 while you're shooting the Masamune, that's been fixed. Fix an issue where players would lose their money and weapons after respawning from a clone plant. I have ran into that, and Samantha also laughed during that point. And so I'm glad that's fixed. Address an issue where players would fall through the map when eaten by a thrasher. I've never seen that happen, but they do go underground and teleport to where they're going to come up from the ground, so a player would fall from there, I imagine. Balance thrasher health during higher rounds. I don't remember if they got stronger the higher the round went, but now it's balanced. Fixed various issues with spider bait, so if you became the spider, a few things now have been addressed there. Fixed an issue where players would fall out of the map while riding the elevator. I've seen a player get above the cage in the elevator and kind of sitting up there, and I don't know if you've seen that, but there's a lot of YouTube videos out there. That's been fixed. Fixed an issue where the lab cage would get stuck while using the lightning shield bash. If you go up to Lab A and hit the cage, it'll drop down, right? And you can grab that Masamune vial. Apparently that's maybe what they're talking about. Fixed an issue where spiders would get stuck in the trap plant during the Golden Bucket quest. I've seen that. There's 3 different plant locations, and in one of them, the spider will get caught inside and just be there, and you can't kill it. That's been fixed. Addressed exploits relating to dropping down ladders with teammates. Never ran into that. Resolved an issue where spiders would potentially spawn as a zombie. So if they respawn as a zombie, that's been fixed. Fixed an exploit where players were able to significantly reduce the kill requirements needed to charge the Skull and then Sopway. Okay. Well, that significantly reduced the kills needed. Okay, so now it's less kills. That's good shit. Good shit. Fixed various health barriers around the level. Okay. Addressed several instances where players would get downed outside the map. Not downed outside the map. Okay, so it's a few exploits where people are getting outside of the map. I remember when the map first launched, people were able to get inside the airplane that's traveling across as it's dropping down perks. And either that was through the implant. As you're reviving through that, you would come up through the plane. Or when you spawn in. So in GRIZZ and Drac, there's the changes now that have happened to GRIZZ and Drac. Resolved an exploit allowing indefinite use of the Ragnarok DG4. I do remember a certain zombie YouTuber made a video of unlimited Ragnarok. That is no longer, you cannot do that anymore. So another one, fixed a bug that prevented an electrical trap from dealing damage to the player under certain conditions. Okay. Addressed a stability issue when activating a Der Wonder Sphere when getting down simultaneously. So when you're going to use it and you're downed, it'll just end the game. That's been fixed. I figured that would have been addressed a long time ago. I thought it was, but it fixed various exploits that allowed a player to exit the playable space. So GRIZZ and Drac's been looked at a bit. The Giant, we're going to move on to next, fixed a bug that caused players to spawn inside Pack-a-Punch chamber when using anywhere but here. I did see Crash Power do this, and I don't know if I've seen anyone else do it, but you're able to go inside of Pack-a-Punch by just using anywhere but here. Addressed an area where players could see outside the map, so those areas that were blank or they just wanted to look good, so they fixed that. Resolved an issue with zombies becoming stuck behind barricades through a map. I only remember the dog being caught by that one perk machine up there, and so some more have been fixed. And also several issues with the DG2 Wonderwaff. I thought it was already good to go with that new insta-kill update, but I guess some other things have been addressed, and there's no other information except for several issues. So that's all we got to look at. We'll have to do a little more testing to see if anything major has changed, but I doubt it. I bet they're extremely minor and very hard to narrow down. So Shadows of Evil, we have fixed a bug causing players to be penalized for taking the Apothecon's Servant while holding a sword. Fixed a rare stability issue that occurred when completing rituals. Stability issue, okay, it's rare, so I don't know what it could be. Resolved various exploits that allowed the player to exit the playable space. We've seen that on Zetsubu, that was also fixed. Fixed a death barrier issue that would occasionally occur when entering the junction. So if you know anything about that, if you've ever entered the junction and randomly died and your game ended, just let me know. This is the one that's been fixed on Shadows, so that shouldn't happen anymore. The Margwa can now open multiple heads at once, so that's the big thing you're going to see in Shadows. More than one head will now open on the Margwas and you can kill them. They should have had that at day 1. But that is going to conclude patch 1.10. I hope you guys can walk away with something useful, and I hope I explained it well enough. And if there's anything else I could report on, I will have another video up shortly. But that is it for today in Zombies, so I will see you guys in the next video. I'm Violent, and I'm out.